Hello, everyone. We're looking at week 6 now in Mindful Leadership 5000. And this week we're switching to a survey of the 20th century to examine the nature of leadership studies as they continue to evolve. As you already realize, and we'll see in these readings, there was a fundamental shift in emphasis over that time period from human and physical resources, from production and logistics, to guiding people to a sense of something better, a transformative or transforming kind of leadership. This is not to promote leadership over management. Both of them are essential to organizational efficiency and health. However, the change in defining leadership separates it in intention and process from managing people to inspiring them. Each of the authors this week presents a perspective on that and what it means. And I urge you to read through and give time to the timeline that Joseph Rost presents in how leadership is defined. He did extensive research in this, looking at all leadership publications over a period of decades, from the earliest ones, to see what that means. And what he came up with is his own definition, which he feels applies to the 21st century. And that is that leadership is an influence relationship among leaders and their collaborators who intend real changes that reflect their mutual purposes. There are two important pieces to this. One is he's speaking of collaborators, not followers, which shows the shift in the value that is placed on people who are involved in moving a group forward in connection to someone who is heading that process. The second is the intention of real change. Notice that's not saying the accomplishment of real change. One of the things that Rost says, and it's very true, you may have seen it in your own lives and work, is that sometimes the best of intentions, major change movements, simply get cut off by something, by some factor that intervenes. And so that is not to dismiss the times that leadership has actually occurred, but for these various reasons, simply cannot follow through all the way until the end. The relationship that we're speaking of now is based not in terms of power and control, it's based on influence. Leaders and their collaborators are the actors in the relationship. They must intend real change. These changes are mutually beneficial and meant to be. So leadership is now a process that exists between the people who are nominatively known as leaders and the people that are working alongside them as collaborators. That's the emphasis now. It is on leadership development, not for the sake of the leader, but for the sake of moving the relationship ahead by valuing the people who are involved. So that could stop with that. I think that's enough for now. Rost, to me, is one of the best in showing what's changed over time. So I look forward to seeing what you have to say in your posts about this. And again, remember, it's not leadership being better than management. It's a difference. It's a different dynamic. That's it for now. Have a good week.